The Nico Williams transfer saga is expected to come to its conclusion in the next few days, with official word expected to come from the 22-year-old winger. He's currently deciding between staying at Athletic Club for at least more season or joining Barcelona. PSG are also pushing to sign him, but they are further behind. It's been reported that Williams has already decided where his future lies, and according to Daniel Sabes of 11 Sports Poland, it's actually where he already is dotted. A big decision that Williams is facing. Leaving his boyhood club of Athletic would be extremely difficult regardless of Barcelona's status as one of the biggest brands in world football. The situation should come to a head in the very near future. Mikel from Moukok's agent has announced that the Wonder Kid plans to leave Borussia Dortmund and sound out reputed interest from England, France and Spain. Moukoko, 19, was linked with Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester United over the last 2 years. Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid are other clubs credited with an interest in the teenage forward, who has already scored 158 goals across various age levels before turning 20. Salah's situation remains unclear, and there is a very real scenario that sees the 32-year-old depart for nothing at the end of next season when his contract expires, as well as the forward Trent Alexander-Arnold and Van Dijk's contracts also expire in June 2025. An iconic figure at La Liga giants Real Madrid has on Sunday moved to lavish praise on Blanco's youngster Arda Güler, as much of course comes ahead of what many feel will prove to be something of a breakout campaign for Güler in Spain's capital. Midfielder Cruz has first-hand experience of Güler's talents, having spent last season lining out alongside him in Madrid. Now retired, the 34-year-old on Sunday was in turn asked for his take on the gifts boasted by the Blanco sensation, and Cruz, speaking at an unveiling ceremony for his new project, the Icon League, was not shy in revealing his admiration for Güler. Arda Güler, his left foot is incredible. We saw it from the start, he began. If Arda stays healthy, he has a big future. At first, I was curious to find out what the project was all about, and then I immediately saw that it was special, different from any other I'd been offered, so I wanted to know more, Varane said after his arrival was announced. The more I learned about the project, the more interesting it became, giving me a different perspective on what I wanted to do. Once the project came along, it went straight to the top of the list and we managed to close the deal. I'm very happy. There's a lot to do, and it's very exciting. I have a lot of experience at the highest level, and now to be able to share that knowledge and help the club build itself up and hopefully reach the top is super exciting. I'm meeting Cesc again, but not as an opponent this time. I'm very happy. I really like his philosophy of play and his passion for football. When we spoke, it was so easy to understand each other, so I hope we'll have very positive results. In any case, I'm coming with a great deal of humility to help the team and the club grow. Barcelona's first bid for Olmo included a deal of €40 million payable in 4 annual installments, plus an additional €20 million in performance-based bonuses. RB Leipzig deemed the bid insufficient, and since then Barca have continued to hold negotiations with Olmo's agents and finalise personal terms. Now, according to Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona have thoroughly discussed the potential transfer with Dani Olmo and his representatives, addressing all aspects of the deal. The Catalan giants have now submitted a second offer to RB Leipzig and are awaiting the club's response. Paris Saint-Germain have reached an agreement in principle with Manchester United winger Jadon Sancho, 24, according to a report from Sports Zone. The outlet adds that the Red Devils would be willing to sanction the England international sale in exchange for a €60 million transfer fee. Sancho signed a 5-year deal with Manchester United in 2021 when the Premier League club agreed a €85 million move with Borussia Dortmund for the winger. The London-born Sancho remains tied with United over a contract set to expire in 2026. 2 Premier League clubs have forwarded contract proposals to now former member of the midfield ranks at La Liga giants Barcelona. The versatile midfielder already has offers on the table from no fewer than 3 clubs across the continent. 2 such proposals were on the part of Dutch giants Ajax and Premier League outfit West Ham United. It is another English club, however, who are understood to be closing on an agreement with Roberto and his entourage for the campaign ahead. He is attracted to the Premier League, where both West Ham and Unai Emery's Aston Villa have shown serious interest, and the latter is very close to convincing the player, Sport confirmed. Arsenal are now preparing to advance in talks to sign Real Sociedad midfielder Mikel Merino after positive initial contacts, according to Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano. It's been a slow start to the transfer window for the Gunners, but Mikel Arteta and his recruitment team are working in the background as they prepare for an assault on the market. Adding another midfielder could be one of their priorities, with Emil Smith-Rowe potentially heading out the door, and former Newcastle United midfielder Merino, who has been described as a monster by analyst Ben Mattinson, is being eyed by the North London club. Aston Villa have reportedly submitted a proposal to take Calvin Phillips on loan this summer. The Manchester City outcast wants to quit the Etihad and look for a club where he is a regular, preferably in the Premier League, as there's some interest brewing in the background. Fulham had looked at him as a potential replacement for Joe Palhinha, and whether Phillips would entertain a return to London remains to be seen. Everton are also keen, and as things stand, they are Aston Villa's biggest threat in a bid to sign the midfielder. Unai Emery's side are keen to bolster their midfield after the departure of Douglas Luiz and have already brought in Amadou Onana as his replacement. The manager wants another body in that area to take on the challenges in the new season, with Aston Villa set to feature in the Champions League and would need extra depth in all positions, more so in central midfield. Manchester United have reached a verbal agreement to sign Nazar Mazraoui from Bayern Munich. However, any potential deal could be delayed by Aaron Wan-Bissaka's ongoing negotiations with West Ham. The Morocco international has also already said yes to the deal, having seen a move to West Ham fall through last week. He had looked destined to join the Hammers, only for the transfer to collapse after the club failed to reach an agreement on his agent's fee. West Ham are now pushing to sign Aaron Wan-Bissaka from United, the report adds, which is delaying Mazraoui's arrival. David G, the iconic former Manchester United goalkeeper, is currently in talks to join Genoa on a free transfer, according to The Athletic. The 33-year-old Spaniard, a free agent since his departure from Manchester United last summer, explores options to continue his impressive career, having been linked with clubs from Saudi Arabia, the United States and Italy. AC Milan are offering €17 million to Monaco to sign Youssouf Fofana. West Ham are set to meet the asking price Monaco want now of €35 million. West Ham are offering Monaco more than double Milan's offer, and now Milan look like they are in a difficult and embarrassing position by submitting such a lowball offer. Had they been more serious about pushing for Fofana when the coast was clear, perhaps they would have already secured the signing of one of the most in-demand centre midfielders in European football. Liverpool recently turned down a €14 million, £11.8 million proposal from the French giants. The update states that Marseille's pursuit of Endo collapsed weeks ago as they turned their attention to other midfield targets. Marseille are now focusing on strengthening in other positions, suggesting that it is unlikely that they will return with an improved bid for Endo.